Hey guys, this is Red Carpet of Hollywood. I'm Marina.
I'm Miss B.
And today we're doing coastal cleanup together with visiting all the amazing people in Laguna Beach. So I just found a piece of trash, and we're gonna go and talk to Wyland a little bit about the ocean and the oceanity, this beautiful world, and his amazing artwork. And of course, we're ready for you to join us on another coastal cleanup to maybe beat me and find the bigger pieces of trash. Now, let's see what you're gonna find, okay? Let's see how you can beat me. So you can actually see Wyland's world from the beach world in Laguna Beach. Wyland, we're gonna go see you in a minute. You can see probably his art from over there, you know, because it's so vivid. I mean, look at the colors.
How are you?
We didn't expect you.
Thank you for coming to my little studio here.
Oh wow, thank you for having us.
You know what's cool? It's a studio, but in a gallery. You know, it's both of those things.
Welcome to Wyland's world, the red carpet of Hollywood today. Thank you so much.
You guys want to check it out?
Go.
Well, it starts right here. These are bottlenose dolphins, and they're my favorite dolphins. And what's nice is this is hand painted and fired porcelain. So yeah, put your hand on there. See? And then so you can bring the water elements.
This is amazing.
Isn't this cool? And did you see the wailing walls right on the other side of my building?
Did.
Yeah.
Let's go visit the wailing wall.
So this was the first of the 101 wailing walls. And if you spin around here, you can see it good. And then, so anyway, I painted this in 1981. And I was only going to do one, but I decided I would do 100 of them because I felt, you know, art could play an important role in raising awareness about whales and conservation of our oceans. And anyway, I ended up doing 101, and then I wanted to come back and repaint this one because the hotel, out of spite, they wanted to buy this property.
Right.
My property. So I outbid them. I bought it.
You bid him. Now
Yeah,
it's
to
all yours.
save the wall. Life size.
That's exactly what I want to know.
Sorry, my brain
Wow.
works like out in front.
Yeah, so you can read my mind. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
they're exactly life size, and that's what I wanted, so that when people stand up next to a whale, particularly young people and kids,
Right.
they can say, this is how big I am next to a great whale.
You get the feel of it, what really.
Yeah, now what's
about.
funny is this right in front is where I saw the ocean for the first time. The gray whales, these two gray whales, the mother and baby,
Was right.
were migrating right in front of me. It was like seeing dinosaurs. Unbelievable. So that was in 1971. 10 years later, I painted those two whales on this building.
And that's what gave you the message practically, was it the inspiration?
Absolutely. That, Jacques Cousteau. Well, come in. I'll show you guys where I make all the art. And yeah. So anyway, I also majored in sculpture. So my next project right here is I'm going to be doing 100 monumental sculptures of all the great whales. Blue whales, 100-foot blue whales, 110.
So exciting.
So I'm working on my second one right now for the Port of Seattle. It's a life-size killer whale, an orca breaching. So that's my next one, and so I'm going to pick 100 cities to do 100 monumental sculptures, and 10 of them will actually be underwater. You have to go underwater, snorkel or dive to see them.
How are you going to pick the cities?
I know what cities I'm thinking about, but the cities are going to have to prove that they're worthy. I hate to say that, but they have to take care of the sculptures in perpetuity because, you know, bronzes and the other materials, you know, it's forever.
Okay.
So they also have to pay for them. You know, the wailing walls, 101, free, my gift. But these they have to buy.
Have
So
you
it's a little
thought
more complicated.
About different countries?
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be a worldwide project. So all the great countries, I want to do one obviously in Paris. I want to do one maybe well, definitely Germany, all the places I'm from. I'm French, German, Irish, and English. So those are going to get one.
Oh,
Oh.
but we'll see what cities, you know.
Right.
So anyway, right here, this is kind of as you come in, aloha. Yeah, and I love the aloha spirit. You know, I live in Hawaii too, so yeah. I painted a lot of things in Hawaii. I love Hawaii. Guys, this is the newest art I'm doing. It's street art. A lot of the street artists were here last night, like OG Slick, probably the most famous street artist from Hawaii. So anyway, I'm doing a lot of street art, you know, fine art, because my collectors have been asking me for years. This is a painting of Hawaii. This is a collaboration with Clint Sloan. I love that painting. Moon's rising over the volcano. Yeah. And then this is really cool. This is I think people really love my sculptures, and this is not only a nice piece of art, it's functional.
What is this made out of?
This is bronze. This is bronze. It looks like real elkhorn coral, but it's bronze.
How long it takes you to do this?
Till it's finished. Till it's finished. But anyway, I always do all my favorite subjects, sea turtles, obviously whales, these beautiful dolphins. We had one of my favorite photographers in the world, and he's right there. This is Strati, guys. This is his work. Look at this.
The shark was taken in Guadalupe Island in Mexico.
Right.
I spent about 3 or 4 days there on a boat.
Right.
Living in a cage.
You do the deep cage too?
I did the
because
deep
they're
cage
different,
too.
deeper. Yeah, they're.
So one takes you down to about 40 or 50 feet, and it's a whole different.
It's a whole different vibe. You know, they're different at the surface. These sharks.
Like the top ones are super active. Like these ones, when you're up at the top, they're really active.
So what do you
around
feel when you
cages.
go in a cage?
Vulnerable.
Yeah.
But you know what? You don't have to worry. They're man-eaters.
Right.
Now, we might have to worry a little. We're surfers and artists.
Okay.
They'll eat us first. Well, I was glad to do that show with you last
Me too.
night.
It was
So
much
cool.
fun.
So
much
cool.
fun. Thank you for having me.
We're going to give them a quick tour of the gallery. And thanks, Strati.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's very beautiful.
So I do these beautiful tables. This is kind of the new thing, you know. I'm doing a lot of, you know, land animals. This is the black rhino. And this is a Chinese brush original. So these are original paintings. And I learned this technique in Beijing when I was the U.S. Olympic artist.
Who was your inspiration?
And I still am. Wow, I had a lot of them, but Salvador Dali, I love Van Gogh. I have a series dedicated to Vincent van Gogh. And the wildlife, these are, this was my first trip to Africa. So these are my African images of the big five guys. I wanted to get in there, but these Cape buffalo, they're the most dangerous of all these animals. Oh yeah, they'll take you down. This is my favorite table, really. You know, the creativity here, yeah?
Wow, look at this. I don't have surfers. So, the colors.
Yep.
Your colors are very unique. I mean,
Pure. There's green
might not see
flash.
paintings, but you see the colors and we know it's Wyland.
Yeah, it has a distinctive, you know, every artist has their own DNA. So this is my most popular one. This is called Green Flash. Move in there on that. You'll love that. Sometimes you just got to let the art kind of take
How
you.
do you pick your colors? How do you make them? Is this something?
I'm inspired by nature primarily. I mean, when you see my studio, right now it's the first day that we've had rain in like months. But I look at all the colors of nature and I try to replicate that. Jeff Rowe. And he picks up these driftwood pieces and he puts together these amazing sculptures. So it's kind of cool. I try to bring other artists into my deal, help them out a little bit.
Collaboration.
I also collaborate with Disney.
Yeah,
So Disney and I have been collaborating for over 25 years. This is OG Slick, the graffiti artist that I mentioned, and I inspired him when he was a kid growing up in Hawaii. He was tagging everything. There's nothing really dangerous in the sea or on land. In my opinion, the most dangerous predators are us, are humans. So I always remind kids of that. But anyway, I want to show you guys where I make all this art. Do you guys want to see that? Okay, welcome to my studio. Come on in, guys. Yeah, come on in. There's the very first of my collaborative works with a real famous artist named Roy Tabora.
Look at the surfboard.
And then that surfboard is really cool. This is a surfboard that I painted with Jamie O'Brien. They call him J.O.B. He's like a big wave rider, and he's with Red Bull. And then this painting's very important because it's two artists together, above and below. That's the original oil. That one's kind of priceless, mainly because it's not for sale. And then remember I told you about Children of the Sea. So that's the original Children of the Sea. Now watch this when I put light on it. See? It's kind of, it's got some real luminosity, and that's one of my really important paintings from 1983. I'm old. Yeah, and then this is where I do a lot of my Chinese brush techniques, but it's a real studio. So I have a nonprofit, a Wyland Foundation, and it's 26 years this year into it, and we create art and science curriculum. And we have a mobile learning experience where the kids enter as a drop of water for children, and they go through the whole water cycle. But I'm really happy. I've painted with over 1 million kids around the world, you know, in all 50 states and countries throughout the world. And, you know, my feeling is if you want to protect the environment today, talk to us. If you want to protect it for the future, you got to really get the kids inspired, you know. So I've been doing that my whole life. Anyway, this is one that's still wet. This is one yeah, well, it's a shark with no fins. You know, the shark fin soup is something I've been involved in with a lot of really good people that, you know, it's just so devastating to the health of the ocean to kill off one of the most important things, which are sharks, because they take the weak, and, you know, they're really critical in keeping the balance of the ocean. So anyway, I did this yesterday as a statement. Fins not included. So I'm trying to stop. Yeah, so sometimes you got to go real heavy to bring that environmentalism. This is a character that I developed 20 years ago called Seawalker. So I just wrote a new book. It's the first of 3 books and 3 films called The Legend of Seawalker. So this guy's
Disney involved also?
not on this one. This is pure Wyland. This is Disney. I've done a lot of collaborations with their Disney characters. Okay, the books. Yeah, Amazon has all my books, and if you go to Wyland.com, you can see some there at Wyland Foundation, and all the proceeds benefit my nonprofit
If people
now.
want to support you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of my favorite artists. This guy's, yeah. Banksy is just awesome. This is my dining room table. It's called Meeting of the Minds. And then I write and produce music. I have a record company, Wyland Records, so I really enjoy that. In fact, there's me and Steven Tyler, one of my favorite rock stars from the day. There's me and Steven hanging out.
Wyland chair?
Yeah, these are Wyland chairs.
I love it.
Yep.
So what is your input on, you know, everything that's going on in the world?
Well, my input is there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. The plastic issue is the issue of our time. There's other materials that are so much better anyway. So I think the whole world's aware of the plastic and how it's breaking down. I mean, there's plastic islands out there, gyros.
But
And
don't you think it's more the way it's people's behavior than just plastic,
it's all of it.
right?
It's all of it. We can all do a little better. You know, I'm a gentle environmentalism. I'm not one of these screaming maniacs. I'm like, hey, let's all do a little better. But everybody's guilty. I'll tell you, if you're dying of thirst and you only have a plastic bottle of water, you're probably going to use it for now. But it's getting better. Anyway, check out my view. That's probably in my view, it's one of the most beautiful views of California. That just, you know, you can feel the energy of the city here, and then to see this beautiful Pacific, that's where I dive right there.
So tell me, have you seen the whales coming up to the surface since?
Right here. The
There.
whales used to migrate right near shore. In fact, I saw the whales right there. That was the first time I saw them when I was 14 years old.
And then you've seen them since then?
Oh yeah, no, I see them all the time. I've seen orcas out here, even blue whales are a little farther out. But definitely dolphins every day. You want me to call the dolphins in for you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. So anyway, yeah, this view's really inspiration for me, you know. to be here and experience this. And you know, my mom lives below the gallery, so I take care of my mom and my aunt. Well, they took care of me for so long, you know, so I'm one of these guys that, you know, my parents were everything. My mom's kind of my compass. But this is good, you know, for me personally as an artist, somebody that paints the beautiful sunsets and the scenic and the whales, you couldn't have a better situation, right? Yeah, so this is like a dream.
Why did you pick Laguna? Because
Laguna
of the
picked
whale?
me. I was drawn to Laguna, and once I came here, I said, I'm going to live in Laguna Beach. And you know, whatever you put out in the universe, you draw towards you.
Right.
Yes. So this is Junior.
Hello, Junior.
He doesn't bite, so feel how
He's
strong
so
he is.
pretty.
This is my turtle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
You shake your head.
tortoise. Don't call him a turtle. He's a tortoise.
Tortoise.
But I adopted him about 20 years ago, so I think he's 58. They live to be
you high five.
140 years old.
No, he's strong. Like,
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, it's like bright green eyes. Wow.
You're so cute.
Oh, no,
What are you doing?
Look at these
Hmm?
feet.
Who are these girls? Anyway,
This is a boy, right?
yeah, he lives inside and outside, so and he hibernates for 5 months out of the year. He just goes in my closet and goes to
Put him
sleep.
right here.
Here, you can hold him.
Oh,
Just-
yeah?
Yeah,
Don't drop, right?
don't
No,
drop
I
my
won't
turtle. I'll
drop.
cry. Isn't he cute?
Can we have a picture? Oh, he's beautiful. I never hold a tortoise.
Yes.
What's his name again?
They named him after me, the Tortoise Society. They named him Wyland, so I call him Junior.
Wyland
Wyland
Jr.
Yeah, that's Junior, guys. Hey,
We
buddy.
need to grab him. We're going to take a
course.
selfie. We have to have a...
Yeah, we got to do that. You want to be in a selfie? You have to smile.
Look at
So cute, huh?
Wow.
He is cute.
Wyland
gosh.
Jr.
Yep, that's my little Junior.
Brittany, can I put him
Okay.
in the middle?
Oh,
So how
and-
did you pick Wyland?
well, it's my family name.
Right.
And when I went to school, here comes Junior. When I went to school in Detroit, if they called you by your last name, it was derogatory. You know, Smith, or so they called me Wyland, and I go, I'm going to make my name a name of respect. So I insist that everybody calls me Wyland. Can you pick them up for a minute? Here, hand them to me.
So you know how they say it takes crazy people to change the world.
Yeah, for sure. Artists are the
Do you consider
craziest.
yourself one of them?
Yes. You want to hang out with Dad for a minute? Yeah, artists are a little weird and crazy, but surfers, hippies. But I have both sides of that. I have a business side too and a marketing side, but I'm a pure artist. Right, Junior?
What is the difference, you think, between artists? There's successful artists and people they struggling. Why do you think they...
I wrote a whole book about it, and it's free to download to every artist in the world. It's called Don't Be a Starving Artist. You don't want to be a starving, bohemian, angry artist or photographer, writer. None of that. That's all bullshit. You want to be a very happy artist that's doing positive things in the universe. We need more of that.
What is the key?
The key is to work harder than everybody else, be smart, do good in school, and then get out there and be inspired, make things happen. And also be an innovator, you know, try things. You know, that's...
in today's world, people worry about money because, you know, they
Sure.
have to survive and they have to create art and everything.
Everybody
How did
does.
you handle that part?
Oh, I was a starving artist for sure, but I knew that if I worked harder than anybody else, then I would be successful, whether I had a lot of money or didn't have a lot of money. But
Never give up.
I don't think it's a terrible thing to be successful. I think it's awesome because I can help my charities, I can help more people, more charities. So set your goals high, you know, follow your dream, and never give up because people are going to tell you can't make it.
So we have a tequila.
Yeah, I started with Wyland Tequila, and it's beautiful. And you may recognize the artwork. And then this was limited edition. And now I'm doing rum. So this is Wyland rum. Go deep.
Yes, is this the one we tried?
Think about that as a diver. Go deep. Anyway, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's 8-year rum. You guys tried it?
I tried it on your party.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Pitbull was my taster, along with Taj Mahal, the great blues
Really?
man.
Oh, how cool.
So I knew it would be right. Both of those guys know how to drink.
Oh, Pitbull is amazing, yes. And this is actually right right in front of the entrance in Wyland Gallery.
Yeah, that's the one right on the entry. So anyway, don't drink and drive.
Cheers.
Can drink and paint though,
Drink and paint.
and other
Stay,
other
party.
things, and party. Yeah, but my number one goal is I'm really married to my art.
Yes.
Because I really want to be an artist that left a legacy. You know, I'm planning a Wyland Art and Science Museum, the Wyland Museum of the Sea. I'm thinking big always, but I'm also thinking about what I can do to help different individuals and
Yeah, you are
environmental
team
groups.
player.
You got to be a team
Yeah.
player. It comes back tenfold, guys. If I could say one thing, whatever you do for somebody, it comes back 100-fold.
Well, thank you so much for having
My-
us here.
my pleasure.
What an amazing day with Wyland in the Wyland world.
Say
With
bye.
Wyland,
Wave
yeah.
goodbye.
Who's doing it?
Well, thank you guys for coming and checking me out. Okay, now you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, right? You can now. Junior's gonna stay here. Bam!